Uh, What did you eat for lunch?
Taco.
A taco?
Yeah, two. Actually, two.
Two tacos. Wow.
Yeah.
Risky. Okay, good. And uh, Giulietta, welcome to class. Giulietta, how's it going?
I'm fine, thanks.
Nice. Good to hear. And how was your day?
Not bad.
Not bad?
hmm
Good. What'd you do?
I went to the beach.
Nice. That sounds like it was a good day. It doesn't sound like it wasn't bad. All right. And yeah, perfect. Amp, welcome to class. How's it going?
Thanks, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
All right. And so, yeah, Amp, plans for the week?
During the week, well, I have a bingo on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. How often do you play bingo? Bingo.
How?
How often do you play bingo?
From time to time. Yeah. I think this year, yeah, I played twice, maybe. This is going to
Okay.
be the third, probably. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. How popular is bingo? Where you live?
Yeah, not so. There was a season a few years ago that everyone organized a bingo in the neighborhood, for example, or between the family. But nowadays, it's less than before. Yeah,
All right. Interesting.
yeah.
Cool.
This is a friend that is organizing a bingo just for helping her. Yeah, that's one.
Nice. All right. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I feel like I think in the United States, bingo has a stigma of being like for old people, like really old people. I don't know
Wasn't
why.
able to hear you.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So in the United States, it has a stigma of being for old people. It's like an old person's game, and I'm not sure if it's because of like media, but it's like got the stigma of being like if you're
There,
70 or older.
yeah, yeah. Generally, the old people, the elder, just go to the places that just is specific to play bingo, but
Uh huh.
there are no anymore here. They are banned, so there are no
Really?
places to play. Yeah, no
Oh,
casinos.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
And all right, Moises, welcome to class. Moises, how's it going?
Hello, I'm
Hey,
fine, and you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And Moises, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Um, Moises in Spanish name.
Moises. Okay, Moises. Well, so where are you from?
I'm from Spain. I live in Madrid. Not really Madrid. I live in a city called Alcalá de Henares, near Madrid,
Okay.
but maybe 30, 30 kilometers. Um, and this is my first class on Berlin.
Nice.
Okay, and I hope I have a good experience.
Yeah, I hope so. Keep my fingers crossed. But it's good to meet you, Moises. Uh,
Nice to meet you.
Vlad, welcome back to class. And also Mark, welcome to class. Mark, how are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. And you?
Doing well. Thank you for asking. Mark, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Nice. All right. What do you do for fun, Mark?
And can you repeat?
Yeah. What do you do for fun? What do you like to do in your free
Ah,
time?
mm, I like to learn language and see
Hmm.
series. Example, Futurama. I love Futurama.
Nice.
Um, and sometimes to do to the cine or have a conversation with my friends. Simple things.
Okay. Going to the cinema, having conversation with friends. Nice. And Marcus, welcome to class. Marcus, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm doing well. We'd say thank you for asking.
I'm
Thank
sorry?
you for asking. Thank you for
Okay.
asking.
Thank you for asking. Thank you.
Yeah. And Marcus, what did you do today?
Today? I'm
What
sorry.
did you do today? What have you done today?
I'm working in my job
Mhm.
and study English in Berlin.
Okay. Okay, good. So working and studying English. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Let's get started with today's class. So we're going to be talking about journalism. And let's start with Vlad. Can you read the title and the next lines?
The news. Today we will discuss news-related topics, read comics, read and discuss news stories, and practice role plays.
Nice. Let's look at related. Can you repeat?
Related.
Yeah. Discuss news-related topics. Good. And let's have Vlad. Can you ask Amp the first question?
What news story are you following now?
Yeah, I'm following the protest against the abortion in Chile, and the other is the problem in the frontier in between Chile and in between Colombia and Venezuela.
Mhm. Okay. Do you think? I'm kind of curious. Can you elaborate on either one of those stories? Can you elaborate?
Yes, the first one is the church is against of this new law that is just about to be accepted in Chile, and it is supposed to be a Catholic country, but with this law where they are going against the commandments.
Hmm.
And the other, it's well, the president of Venezuela is just closing the frontier with Colombia, and there are many people that are returning to their country.
Hmm.
If don't they do that, their houses but they are going to be demolished, and they have to return.
Wow. Going to be demolished. Yeah, I saw something about that yesterday on the news, and I was like, "Oof!" Just it doesn't really come up in the news that I follow, but it's out on the TV, and I was kind of surprised. Good. Amp, can you ask Christian the next question? Amp?
So my connection is not good.
Okay. Strange. Let's have Vlad. Can you ask Christian the second question?
Do you think that the news is necessary? Why or why not?
You think the news is necessary? Yes, I think the news is necessary to change the world sometimes, but sometimes the news influence the people with the bad things, with the bad news. The news is necessary to change the world, but sometimes the news is not reliable. and the news is not reliable, and the people believe something is not true, you know, and the people believe something that is not true because we can confirm the information, and we need to believe the reporter or journalist, maybe, as you wish, and we need to believe the reporter or journalist, yeah. And this is the simple way for the information. This is the simple way of the information. Well, it's okay.
I'm not sure what you mean by the last sentence. This is the simple way of the information. What do you mean by that?
Simple way. It's we have only journalists and reporter in the front, for example, and we have only one source of information. You know, maybe it's not adapt the simple way. No, this is because we have only one channel of information. You know what I mean? I think it's
Okay.
not adapted. For example, we have only one source of information, one channel of information. If you have in the front only one journalist, you can believe this person. You know, you have only one channel of information.
Okay, so maybe having only one channel of information can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. And I think that was a really good answer, good grammar.
Is good grammar? Yeah?
Yeah, it sounded good.
Okay, thank you very much, Joshua.
Just, that one thing with that is not true. Doing something that's not true. And Christian, Juliet, are you there? I think we lost her. Christian, can you ask Marcus the next question?
Yes, of course. What do you think is the most important things the news should report?
I think the most important thing in the news, it's true. No, it's true.
Sorry, Marcus, what? It's true.
Yes, thank you. Because we saw the most news that transmitted the truth. That's it. I'm sorry.
Okay, some phones. And I think the most important thing, maybe we could say, is that the news is true. Because we see that most news that is transmitted, you could say, is not true. And that would be good grammar. I'm not sure if that's what you wanted to say. He's gone now, so we can't really ask him. Alright. Solid. Maybe one more. Giulietta, what news story are you following? Giulietta? Whoa. Okay, maybe not. Maybe Mark, what about you? What news story are you following?
So I'm following the news about the dollar and the situation of Colombia and Venezuela.
Uh-huh. What news about the
Because
dollar?
um, I don't know I speak this in English. If the dollar is expensive or less expensive, I'm missing it because if you go to change the and your example, with the dollar is expensive, always expensive. The travel and the electronics, it's all expensive. So it's important the dollar less.
Okay, it's important that the dollar become devalued. I'm not sure. So the dollar right now is expensive. U.S. goods are expensive. Is that what you're saying, Mark?
Yeah, I'm following news about the dollar and the situation of Colombia and Venezuela. The dollar. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next page, and let's have Moises. Moises, can you read the title and the next words?
Mass media. Mass media. Documentary. Breaking news. Broadcast. Plagiarize. I don't know. Columnist. Editorial. Anchor. Manipulate.
Nice. Okay. Really good correction with media. Let's look at documentary.
Documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Documentary.
Editorial.
Editorial.
Anchor.
Anchor.
And manipulate.
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 Good. All right. Really well done. Questions about any of these words?
I never saw plagiarize. Oh, plagiarize. When you copy document, or when you, intellectual. Okay.
Yeah. When you copy something and say it's yours.
Okay. I think it's clear. They are clear.
Okay. And yeah. Any other questions? Does anybody else have any other questions?
Breaking news.
Okay. And who knows breaking news?
I think it's the most important news at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Most important news at the moment. Yeah. Okay.
Joshua,
Yeah, breaking.
Sorry, breaking news is not also the latest news?
Yeah,
the
breaking.
latest news. Yeah.
Yeah, the latest news. The newest.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can I pronounce it? The let's that? The last.
How can I manipulate?
No.
Latest.
Latest.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Latest.
And any other questions?
What is columnist?
What does columnist mean? Does anybody know what a columnist is?
Yes, it's for the chronic of the journal.
The people write about their opinion about whatever topic. It depends.
Yeah. So that'd be a columnist, person who writes his or her opinion about a topic, generally the same topic, every week, or a similar topic, in the same place, in the same column of a newspaper. So we could have like a columnist who's like writing about politics. It's just like one column that's always that person. Any other questions?
Broadcast. What is this?
Broadcast. Who knows what a broadcast is?
Broadcast, it's a radio.
It's a radio?
Yeah?
To transmit on air.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a transmission that is sent to a lot of people. It's a broad. So broad means wide, and I mean cast would be like sending something. So when we're sending something over the internet, over television, over the radio, that reaches a lot of different people, we'd call that a broadcast. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions?
An anchor.
An anchor. Who knows what an anchor is? Anybody?
Is the journalist that speak from the TV?
That speaks from the TV. That's a little bit vague. Can you be more specific?
Is it the person that gives the news?
The person, we'd say maybe behind the desk that gives the news. And so we call them anchors if we think about it. So we've got this person, this news desk. And we call them an anchor because we have all these things around them. We've got other journalists in other places. And so we'll go from the news desk, we'll start, and then they'll go to a foreign correspondent, and they'll talk to them, and then it goes back to the anchor. And then it goes to another correspondent, and then it goes back to the anchor. And then we go to another news story, and then it goes back to the anchor, and we sign off. So this is the anchor because it's the place where everything comes back to. So everything comes back.
But it's the TV presenter?
Yeah, the
Or
TV
it's
presenter. Sorry?
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's the TV presenter, yeah. In the when you are watching news on the TV, the TV presenter, yeah, the news TV presenter.
Yeah, so the people who are behind the desk is like the anchor generally. So
teacher.
it would be the presenter, yeah, to some extent.
Okay.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, and so we've got the news anchor, correspondent.
TV presenter, it's more for entertainment or shows or something like that. Anchor is only for news.
Anchor's only for news, yes, and a presenter would be somebody for like more of a show. And then so we have correspondents.
Okay, nice.
So this is the anchor, these are the correspondents. Any other questions? Okay. Okay, so if we're all set here, let's go. Oh, did I miss that? Okay. Let's try this. Little interview. And let's have Vlad. If you are the interviewer, what would be your first question?
Mm,
Or how would you start out the conversation?
Hi, welcome. What what made you think you can get this job?
What made you think about getting this job?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, good. Amp, how would you respond?
What made you think about getting this job? I don't understand the question.
Okay, I don't understand the question. What made you think about getting this job? It's like, why do you want, or why did you want this job? Like, what inspired you to become the president?
Well, my mm, my parents always taught me about the service, and that is a way that I found to do it.
That's the way that I found to do it. I'm not sure about that second sentence. Maybe.
With a job like as a president, it's a good opportunity to put in practice all the what I learned about to be useful to our society.
Nice. It's a good way to put into practice what I learned about being useful to society. Nice. Okay. And Julieta, how would you respond?
And what is the bottom line of your mandate? I don't know.
Your mandate. So of your order?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's already the president, and he did something. So, what is the balance about the work he did?
Okay, what's the bottom line of this new bill or law that you are trying to pass? Or that you already passed?
It's okay, but I want to say something general about all the work he did.
Okay.
Your term, maybe?
Yeah, and in your term, what do you want us to take away from what you did? What do you want people to remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you could say, and from your term, what do you want people to remember most? Or what do you want to be remembered for? Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Can you read that one more time?
And from your turn, what do you want people to remember most? What do you want to be remembered for?
Okay. Marcus, how would you answer this very difficult question?
Okay. I would like to be remembered. This my excellent government and everything I we do for uh, uh, us country.
Everything we did for this country. Okay, good. I would like to be remembered for my excellent government and everything we did for this country. All right.
Thank you.
Mark, how would you respond?
Me?
Mark? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark.
How can I respond the question?
Well,
Um,
you could form a new question, or you could try to respond to what the president has said.
I prefer to respond the question.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I will to be remembered because I will be helpful to the society and help all the people that needs not just the rich people here in
Okay.
my country.
And so, are you saying in the future
Yeah.
you will be remembered because I will help only? So you're talking about in the future these are things you're going to be doing. So I will be remembered because I will help the disadvantaged or the poor, or I'll help the common people, not only the rich people here in our country.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
All that I promise I will do.
Okay. Said, did no politician ever. Good, that was really good. And Moises, how would you respond?
Respond or question? Question.
So, yeah.
President, what do you think we can resolve the problem with the fire guns or with the arms? Arms?
How? Yeah. How do you think
How?
we?
Sorry. Yeah. How did you think we can solve our problem with the
Firearms.
firearms?
Really good question.
So very
yeah, it's definitely pertinent. Okay, Vlad, how would you respond?
If everyone owns a firearm, they can protect themselves.
They can protect themselves
from danger.
From danger. Huh. Okay. Good answer. And how would you respond?
But you have seen the consequences of people having the guns and the bad use of them. We are not prepared to face this kind of situation every week.
Yeah. And Julieta? Oh no, sorry, Christian.
Yeah, I'm here. Um, yes. Let's see. Let's see the new law. Let's see the new law. The new law. But I hope the people have a morality. Have a morality to abandon the firearms. To abandon the firearms and to save some people and some children from this bad things. No bad things. How to say it? Bad situation. From the bad situation. Bad situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe let's see the new law. Maybe like I'd like to pass a new law.
Yeah.
But I hope people, no article, I hope people have the morality, maybe the moral strength to abandon firearms and to save some people and some children from bad situations. And I think that's good. That would work.
Thank you.
All right, and maybe Julieta, do you have anything you'd like to add, or do you want to move on?
Move on.
Okay. Let's read this. And Julieta, can you read until 99 problems?
Natural gas story. Yesterday, an energy company said it made the gassiest discovery. Oh, yeah. Possibly in the Mediterranean Sea. Explain. Eni, an Italian oil and gas company, said it found a supergiant natural gas field off the coast of Egypt. This is big news from Eni, the biggest foreign producer of oil and gas in Africa. But it is also big news for Egypt. Oil and gas shortages have caused a lot of unrest in the country, and that's only one of Egypt's 99 problems.
All right. Possibly ever.
Possibly ever.
Yeah. So it made the gassiest discovery possibly ever in the Mediterranean Sea. Egypt.
Egypt.
Egypt, and that was it. I think that was it. Really good job other than that. Marcus, can you read the last part?
Okay. The skin. The discovery showed Rook Egypt up with natural gas for decades, meaning more economic stability in Egypt would be a game changer for the country. It could also mean a new source of energy for other countries in the region.
Good. Okay, let's look at Hook Up, or Hook Egypt. Hook Egypt Up. Can you repeat that? Hook Egypt Up?
Rook.
Hook.
Egypt.
Egypt. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Egypt.
And decades. Nope.
Nope.
AIDS.
Decades.
Good. There you go. Stability. A game changer.
Game changer.
Yeah, game changer. Sorry.
Game changer.
Awesome.
Changer.
Questions here. Any questions?
No.
Hey, what's a game changer? Who knows? Anybody with any ideas about what a game changer is?
What means?
Yeah, what's it mean?
Oh, probably um, um, change the economy in the country.
Yeah.
When you discover oil in your country or near your country, change the economy because you can sell oil, and the life will be better.
Yeah. Okay. We can use game changer in other contexts. It comes from sports. A game changer is something that changes the course of something. So if we think about a game and starts out even, and then you start losing really badly, and then your star player comes in, then you start winning again. So this is the game changer, is when your star player comes in. So it changes the game, it changes the whole environment around whatever is happening. What about hook up? What's it mean to hook something up? Or get hooked up? So
Reach to the other level or something like that.
reach another level. Egypt got hooked up with a bunch of gas. Got connected with something very good. Yeah, so if you get hooked up with something, you get connected with something really good. We use it a lot with relationships. They hooked up. They hooked up. It's like they got together. The couple got together. And awesome. I think we're good. No other questions here? Okay. Let's skip that. Let's do a little bit more reading. And I forget where we were. Marcus, I think, read the last part. Mark, can you read until this year?
Yeah. They. Sorry. President Obama is chatting with a lot of people in Alaska this week. His icebreaker, climate change. Explain. Obama's made climate change a big part of his policy agenda. So he's taking this trip to talk global warming. Was in meeting glacier and rising sea levels. Big problems for the Arctic. Obama's hoping his location backdrop will provide some good speech visuals. He is also hoping it will convince world leaders to sign off on a major climate change agreement later this year.
Thanks. Okay. Good work. Look at a couple things. Climate. And agenda. And trip.
Trip.
It's got a short I sound, so it sounds like trip. Trip.
Trip.
You're saying more like treep. Trip.
Trip.
Better. Nice. As in melting glaciers.
Azimating glaciers.
Melting.
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 Ting.
Melting.
Good. Glaciers.
Glaciers.
Rising.
Rising.
Convince.
Convince. Convince.
Convince.
Convince.
Later.
Later.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Good. What does it mean to sign off on something? Sign off?
It's for me?
For anybody.
I don't know.
To say okay for something is happened correctly. To say okay, yeah. The final decision, for example.
Yeah. So it's like to make the final decision to agree with something, to say okay to something, to support something. Nice answer as well. Really good. You sign off on it, put your name at the bottom of it, and you're like, yes, I support this. Moises, can you read the next part?
Yes. The scheme. While Obama says he's all about climate change policy, not everyone agrees that he's a friend of Mother Nature. Earlier this year, he gave the okay for an oil company to drill in the Arctic. Not so popular decision among environmentalists. I don't know. The
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Yeah, so that symbol is an asterisk.
The asterisk. Okay. Okay. President Obama's also moving mountains for this trip. Literally today, he's expected to change the name of mountain.
Mount McKinley.
Mount. Okay, Mount McKinley to Denali, which is what Alaskans have been calling it for years.
Yeah. Yeah, Christian, you could also say a star. That is the literal symbol. It's an asterisk.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, star would imply if you said like the star, it'd be something good. The asterisk is like the information that we didn't put in the other part. It's like the more complete information almost. So yeah, it just kind of means something a little bit different. Moises, can you repeat climate?
Climate.
Environmentalists.
Environmentalist.
Yeah. Environmentalists. Perfect. And then Denali. Good.
Denali.
Yeah. And so we've got he did call it Denali, he changed the name, which is good. Yeah. And any questions here? Any questions?
What does backdrop mean?
Backdrop. It's like, well, who can explain it? The backdrop.
It's a background, like a background.
The background information. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes, yeah. I guess in this case we're just talking about the background, like where he is, the location will look good. You know, behind him would be the backdrop. Yeah. Does that make sense, Giulietta?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. We can do a little bit one more. Maybe Amp, can you read this?
Okay. What to say when you mess up your fantasy football draft? Can I get a riddle? Over the weekend, an Egyptian court sentenced 3 Al Jazeera English journalists to 3 years in prison in a retrial. Last year, these journalists were convicted for helping out the Muslim Brotherhood, an Islamist group that was banned in the country after a 2013 coup. That coup led to the ousting of the country's then president, who was backed by the Muslim Brotherhood. He was replaced by a guy who used to be in charge of the military. That kicked him out. The journalist, one of whom is being represented by everyone's favorite lawyer, Amal Clooney, claimed the original decision was an attack on free speech. The international community agreed, so the retrial had been a bad deja vu.
Yeah. Let's look at redo. Egyptian.
Repeat it, please.
Egyptian.
Egyptian.
Islamist.
Islamist.
And coup.
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 No P. Coup.
Coup. Ah, okay.
Yeah. And retrial.
Retrial.
Retrial. Awesome. Okay. This is a little bit tricky. Can anybody explain this? Or does anybody have any questions about this?
What is ousting?
Ousting. It's like kicking out. Or removing. Maybe is a better one.
Okay. Thank you.
Other questions? Okay, so what happened is that the Muslim Brotherhood had, you know, helped the then president become president. So they were like buddies. So Brotherhood with the first president. And then there's a coup, which is military kick, and then we got a second president. And the second president didn't like the Muslim Brotherhood for kind of apparent reasons. They were with the first president, and so that's kind of what's happening here. The journalists had helped out, apparently, the Muslim Brotherhood before, and so when this coup happened, the military coup, they were sentenced to jail. And the international community said that they should not have been sentenced to jail, and so they got a retrial, and they were sentenced to jail again. Hopefully that makes sense. It is a little bit complicated. It's not the clearest of writing, but we are out of time. Thank you guys for coming into class. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon.
Thanks, teacher. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Moses.
Bye, guys.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.